Specianum. The lowest mode is the peculiar task of a major adept. It is best accomplished by means of the secret of the sanctuary of the novices. I agree, the highest mode, it would be neither fit nor useful. To treat more intimately, the middle mode concerns each magician in his peculiar and private relations with the infinite, and demands from each of its adepts a special preoccupation. But of the lowest, it is convenient to make further mention. It is straight.
I never take the deepest breath of the day. Hold for 10 seconds, 10, not 11, 10, not 9. Hold, 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 hold. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold for 10 seconds, 10, not 11, 10, not 9. Hold, 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 hold. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Stop thinking and your problems. The more you think, the more you speak of deepest breath of the day. Over 10 seconds, 10, 9, 11, 10 on 9. Oh, 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 oh. Let it go, let it go, let it go, 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 go. Do, 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 go, 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 do, 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 go, go,
Strangely convincing proof of the true care of nature for her instruments, despite the superficial evidence to the contrary, on which the doctrines of pessimism are based. The most precious, the one ultimately essential grace that can possibly be bestowed on mankind is all magical benefit, that which may be attained with more ease and certainty than any other. For energy is itself. All that is, and we vary with the quantity and quality thereof, which we can call ourselves. Price which she demands is without doubt heavy enough for a certain class, but it is equally to be paid, varying degree, for every type of mystical and magical adventure. This price is in the essence the full understanding of the mind of nature herself, and complete sympathy with her way of work. All the moral codes of mankind, all the absurd diversity. One common factor. They continue the found motives and methods which are superior to hers. That is, they presume conception of the end which is beyond her view. They assert the possession of an intelligence loftier than that which has produced the universe. Consider only that the highest manifestation possible to the rational mind is the discovery of the laws which summarize her manner of operation. We may then say at once that all such pretentious arrogance is impudence and absurdity, and it must be surrendered. Nay, more uprooted and calcined, before any serious progress can be made in the royal and sacerdotal art. And so also any aspiration of impartial order, any which depends for its wisdom on the justice of our perceptions of our own needs, is almost certain to be tainted. Other have all the brave marks found one by one amid the, properly speaking, and all is truly understood with every step. The Marquis of the gods, with his one word, that seems to overturn the chariot of mankind in ruin does not in fact destroy or alter anything. He simply furnishes a new mode of applying existing energy to established forms. The invention of electric machines is in no way interfered with matter or
into like religious services. You'd be probably one of the most fun and nice, but like also church in West Africa can be like incredibly long. For me personally,
very passionate.
Yeah, like I've been to like not even like the New Year's service, but other services, just Sunday services that are like 5 or 6 hours.
So let's see what it says.
Are we discussing multiple times that it says this? We now negotiate.
It literally said exactly what I said. Alhamdulillah. Because it says, you were like, that's not what it says. Because it says, وَالْفِتْنَةُ أَشَدُّ مِنَ الْقَتْلِ. Like it said, اقتلوهم حيث. Yeah, like this verse in particular is like a good verse. It's not a bad verse. And then let's see another one.
Does it use the word for kill in whatever language it's written in?
The root letters can be that, or it can fight. I can't remember what we learned in my class about it, but the structure of the root word, the also structure of the verb, tells you whether it's something like in defense just by the skeletal structure or not. So it's like really cool that Arabic does that. I don't know if Hebrew does that, but Arabic does that for sure. So you know that it's in return to something just by the skeletal structure of the verb.
Right. When God decided to express himself to mankind, he chose the one language which can't distinguish between defending yourself and killing people.
No, I'm saying I don't know, but I know that it is very distinct in the language. That it makes it very clear in the language itself, by the word, by the grammatical structure.
You could just get a translation.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Arabic has structure to it. And it has root letters that can be put in a certain structure, and that implication of that meaning. So, for example,
at the end of the day, the word kill and enough of that word are the same sentence, right? So I think we can sort of cut the monarchy.
Can I add?
I'm saying etymologically, what you're saying is false.
Yeah, but I don't. Well, okay. So it just doesn't say that. Nice.
Happy New Year to you. Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve, everybody.
Is it okay if I ask you a question, Benjamin?
Sure.
So, hear you say these things, trigger for anyone. It just sounds like Islamophobia. Can you think of anything good about this religion, or are you just hung up on a few words within the Quran and making a generalized opinion?
We should have a new phrase called an Abrahamophobia. Can we do that? That would be maybe workable. Abrahamophobia.
Afraid of Abraham.
I've read the text. Well, Abraham kind of a skunk, wasn't he? This is a guy who,
but why are you afraid of it?
He hears voices in his head.
Well, no, he hears from God. No, he doesn't kill his son.
But so far as we know, using historical critical method, there is no such person who physically existed called Abraham. So let's be honest about that. Let's be honest before we start this whole Abraham is good, Abraham is bad. Let's align ourselves with reality. We don't have evidence of any such historical.
I wasn't laboring under the illusion that these religions are true. I was just saying. I think
so far the best.
A really shaky foundation for living together on this planet, don't you?
So you're protesting things in your mind that don't exist, like a schizophrenic.
And I want to hear Jindis. The best thing I heard so far. The best thing I heard.
I think this is for that problem.
Hold on. I think the best thing I think the best thing I heard so far in precision is align ourselves with reality from Nergis. I think that was pretty profound.
I love you, Jinda.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all love Jinda because of his hair. To be honest,
I love Jinda for
I'm just kidding, Jinda.
I love him for his personality.
He looks like a Hollywood movie star.
He's so
Character,
I know, like
his
96.
manliness. Jinda was the shit.
But Jinda Ibrahim did exist. We have to make Ali Hissad exist. Abraham, peace and blessings be upon him, did exist.
Whether he did or not, but aligning ourselves with reality is a very good thing.
We don't have anything on Moses, Abraham. We have surprisingly like enough evidence on David. We don't have on Solomon, on historic Muhammad, on historic Jesus. We don't have.
You can't question that there was a person named Muhammad who existed in Arabia. You can't question there was a Jesus. But do you ever think about the whole idea? I mean, the whole idea of God, the whole idea of deity, the whole idea of divine, the whole idea of a superpower somewhere is just our own creation.
Well, did he say something? We didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fucking around. I'm totally with you. For what it's worth, I'm totally with you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, maybe it was just me. What did she say, Jinda?
No, what I was saying is, do you ever think or entertain the idea that the whole idea of religion and the divine and the superpower and God and Allah is our own creation, is just a human creation?
I know you're asking the room, but I'll say for me, no.
No.
No, I don't even know how God can actually demonstrate it. Religion, yeah, perhaps, but all systems that came through religion too, came to make better a society, a community, and that's why, I hold on to the archetype, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
it came to do better and whatever for the better.
I don't know how to sit in a majestic view. Look at the view of Benjamin's picture, right? Let me see. Hold on.
Sarah
Okay.
is
So you see the picture and
One second, Benjamin.
I don't know how to look at Benjamin. Shush.
Just wait, Benjamin. We'll get back to it later.
I'm reading
I
the
don't know.
Quran. It's
Oh,
I know, but we're having a conversation, man. Let's hear Sela.
I don't know how to look at a majestic sight in Benjamin's picture, mountains or a beach or something, and then God is not in that moment too. It does. What I'm trying to say is that I've tried to think about this. I'm how is an atheist in this moment and God is not in the equation? What I'm trying to say is that I'm sure that the atheist is taking in the colors and the landscape and the vastness, and they're enjoying, right? They're getting pleasure from what their eye is seeing, right? That's one facet of it. But then there's this other facet of it that this was created for me. It's not for me, but it's intentionally. This is on purpose. That information is a part of the fulfillment that I'm getting visually, auditorily, or whatever. There's this other thing that I feel like people are missing out on. There's a pleasure that comes with knowing that this is intentional. This is purpose. That's the only way I can say it. You have pleasure from the physical sensations, but then there's this pleasure of having God in that moment. I can't explain it. But how do people not have God in that moment? I don't understand. And I don't even know if I'm explaining it well, but trying.
So here's the Quran.
Wait, hold on, Benjamin.
The verse is
Oh man, we went I kind of want to engage with
And
Jinda.
when the forbidden months have passed, kill the idolaters wherever you find them.
He won't shut up until you send him down. He's not listening to anything you say. He's not a real atheist. He's an angry
At
Christian.
every place.
He had a bad experience with Christianity.
But if they
growing up,
repent and observe,
now he's very angry at the people
and
who
pay the
abuse him,
zakah,
and he wants to transfer that
Okay,
anger.
Benjamin, we got the point. We
Yeah.
got the point. We got the
Clearly,
point.
Good job.
Allah is
Jindab,
Good
Jindab.
job. Good job.
I have,
merciful.
I have a question, Jindab, for you.
We got the point.
Sure, go ahead.
Do you see God as a human creation?
Sometimes I do.
And sometimes you don't. When you don't, how come?
I mean, I've been to Mecca a few times. I grew up as a Muslim. There is a profound thing about me visiting Mecca. I mean, I had, a spiritual experience. It's saying something cannot come out of nothing, but sometimes I also question a lot of things.
And when you're in Palestine and you're in Bethlehem or in Jerusalem, do you have similar experience to that in Mecca, or is it only in Mecca that you've felt that spiritual experience?
I think the most profound experience I've had in terms of religion is when I went to Mecca. But I go to Bethlehem and I go to Jerusalem as much as I can. So I grew up in the Holy Land. I'm in the Holy Land. I know.
Yeah, I know that you're there. Do you sense God when you're in those areas?
When I do, I usually say why and ask why. If there is a God up in heaven that is watching over us, like I say why. I ask those questions why.
Can you help me better understand? So when you're in Bethlehem or Jerusalem, you I don't understand. Like, what do you mean when you ask why?
I guess I should be probably more clear. I ask why is God doing this and why is this happening? Why is God allowing?
Got it. So you see it because of the occupation and the ihtilal and the trauma. You're like, I get it. So you can't sense God there because it's all pain.
Yeah, it's a lot of pain.
Got it. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and in the name of God, in the name of God, we humans perpetuate, violence, injustice, killing, murder, thievery, robbery, that kind of stuff.
Terrorism.
But that's not God's problem.
Oh, we have a fucking sewer rat in here. I didn't know that sewer rat is in here.
Really? Your mom is in here? I didn't even. Please introduce me.
You're a sewer rat, and I don't fucking like to hear your voice. You're disgusting. You're a sewer rat.
I'm here.
You're a sewer rat.
I meet your mom. Please introduce me.
Hey, who is this?
You're a sewer rat. You're a sewer rat.
Happy New Year, Mr.
Hey,
Shit.
what are you doing?
Insulting sewer
What are you guys
rat. What
doing?
did sewer rat ever do
Come
to
on,
you?
come on.
Yeah,
Let's
that would be an insult to a rat, eh?
عادي جدا بهمش.
Jindab, but that's not God's problem though.
Why do we gotta have people like this sewer rat breathing? Why?
Thank you for visiting the capital of Israel, Jerusalem.
Noah, do you go to Bethlehem in Jerusalem? Noah?
No.
I do. Yeah.
Not you. Noah.
No, I don't.
Okay, so Jindab is seeing the pain firsthand. So, just saying that's not God's problem is not fair. He is justified in his question, and I respect it. And
Yeah, but I want him to answer me though.
he doesn't have to answer you because it's clear what the
It's up
issue
to
is.
him. It's up to him. You don't speak on his behalf, right?
No, I'm just speaking like on
I
the
understand.
reality.
I understand what you're saying. I have no way to judge the people who are living there under misery
Exactly.
every day. Yeah,
Exactly.
but I'm not judging that. I'm just saying, how is it God's problem? That's it. So, how is it God's problem, Jindab, that we have a sewer rat like a normal here? It's not.
Oh, wait a second. Is your mom in the room? Please introduce me. I didn't realize she was here. All respect to you. I'm sorry
So,
you have such
Jindab.
disappointing children
So,
as these disgusting terrorists. I'm sure you're disappointed. May you be healed. May God heal you soon.
I'm normally done a parasite in the room, by the way. Like, either you can just end in for one day.
Really? So you're not a sewer rat? Look, if you say you're not, I'll believe you.
Jindab.
Whatever you say.
Okay, no sewer rats. So Jindab, I do got a question. As far as God, don't you think it kind of starts externally, right? Instead of God coming from the human mind, isn't it more like they're seeing things and coming with explanations for what they're looking at, and the explanation they come up with is like a thinking thing making it, right? So I'm basically saying, wouldn't it be in reverse, right? Instead of like a creation coming from the human mind, it's the human mind trying to explain what they see externally.
Jindab, I want to share a song with you. I'm not sure if you've heard it before. I'm not sure if you're there because you've been on mute for a while, so I'll wait until you come back.
A song? What's the song?
I think it's Janno Janoon Ya Janine. Have you heard it?
No, I don't think I'm...
Or maybe it's, I have to figure out which song exactly it is, but in the song she says Mafish Asl, not Mafish Deen or Mafish Sharaf. Something to that effect. It's about like living under occupation and the struggle and how like there's no religion there anymore. Like there's like, where is it? I get into the lyrics and then I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's actually من you probably تقرب لي بس ما بعرفها بدي ايش
شو the singer?
بتقرب لي. She used to sing when she was a little girl and up until she got married and then she stopped singing. Yeah, اسمها ميس and my last name بس مش تعرفها?
Repeat the name again.
Hey, I'll find it for you and I'll be right back.
Thanks. Yeah, sometimes I question why God does have people like that soul rat in here in the first place. Why is he breathing? Like, even people, why do they exist?
Do you ever ask why
it's necessary
to make suicide bombs and then yell God's name?
There's nothing necessary about Norm.
Why do you do that?
I mean, listen.
You yourself up and then yell.
Listen, Cora, that's very essential though. Because no matter how a piece of shit that human being is, we wouldn't have understand the perception of like how can a man be a piece of shit. So their existence is necessary. Can you just like mute? Can you just mute that guy already? Like, come on.
Well, if you don't, you want to be a...
Thank you. So their existence is necessary because without them, we wouldn't understand how to keep away being a sewer rat. You know, that's what I'm saying. So we need to learn.
And when you go,
not to do.
And then you kill children.
The thing with
why do you do that?
repetitive.
What's the religious explanation of that?
You only need a small exposure to Norm, and you've got.
What's the religious explanation? But maybe you know, Cora. Do you know why they do that? Why they blow themselves up and then they yell God's name?
Why are you putting on him? Why are you putting on him as an exhibit?
So we can learn how to steer clear of sewer rats?
I didn't put it on him. I thought he knew something about this.
That's what I heard.
Maybe he
It's
doesn't know.
kind of a weird thing to do, though, Norm. I mean,
What, is to blow yourself up?
Norm, you should go back to 4chan.
I'm here.
Let's go.
I've never been on 4chan. Is that where you hang out?
4chan is missing you.
I've never been on 4chan. Can't help you with that.
I don't usually agree.
So let's focus on the suicide bombing, though. Why do they do
I
this?
agree with Cora now. That
You want to avoid the question? I mean, you talk about
Norm,
Anybody wants to focus on a suicide bombing, man. That just doesn't sound like a good mess.
You
So
kind
they're
of pulled
afraid
that
of
out
it?
of nowhere. You kind of pulled that out of nowhere.
So guys, he's just gonna.
I pulled it from the.
He's just gonna steal out of. He's just gonna
But
steal
why
the
does Noah
oxygen
have
out
the
of the
answer?
room, bro.
Why does Noah have the answer for what
He
they did?
doesn't have to. If he says he doesn't know, he can say he doesn't know. I don't know either.
It's kind of loaded saying I don't know, but he could just choose
Why
not
is
to
it
answer.
loaded? He can choose not to answer.
Pro. He's an attention seeker.
It doesn't exist.
Just don't
I
give it
know,
to.
Norm.
Wait, but I thought you're the one who mentioned sewer rat, didn't you? So don't you think you get something back for that?
If the shoe fits, bitch. If the shoe fits.
Well, right now you're wearing
He knows.
scumbag.
He
Right
knows.
now you're wearing the shoes.
I mean, the only entertaining thing about having
You know,
Norm around
here's
is
the
that
thing,
what's been out with his mentally
interesting-
identity, like before.
How do you think God feels about your terrorism? You think
Norm,
here's the thing, though. Sewer rats are one of the most resourceful animals.
Yeah, actually, they're pretty much useful. Yeah,
Yes,
pretty
they
much.
say that
Sewer
the
rats are
mafia-
very
And
resourceful.
useful
Yes,
too.
Very useful. They take their plumbing and they turn it into rockets. That's what the sewer rats do in so-called Gaza.
El
Why do
normal,
you
you are.
feed your
Hold on,
children.
Can you all invite my other account up so I can, whenever we get a chance, play that song for Jinta?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
gentlemen,
I know a song.
Let's take a minute. And
My Princess account?
we were having a reasonable conversation before instead of fucking hoopla that came with you. Like, what the fuck? Can we calm down, please?
Don't
gentlemen?
scratch it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, El normal, you are the cum stain on a theater scene.
Noah, please take a moment.
You're
No,
the
Laura, please,
virginal
take a moment.
terrorist who blows himself up and yells God's
No,
name.
Laura, please take a moment. No, Norma,
strange.
please take a moment.
I find it strange. Maybe that's normal to your
Bro,
culture.
take a breath, man. Come on.
Noah,
Guys,
please.
I removed him for his sake and your sake and everybody's sake.
He went to a
Thank you
chosen
so
people.
much,
He went to a
Stella.
chosen people.
Noah, please.
So is it letting you invite my other account?
I don't know which one is your other account.
Princessia?
I wanna hear
I don't
this.
see it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Nora, when you get time, I do have the verse for you as you requested.
Oh, okay, but
I'll
like
read it.
one
I'll
second.
read it.
One second. I already heard you. You said from Surah Toba, like in the 9th chapter.
929. Recycled argument.
Why am I not able to come up?
What are you trying to do, Nura?
I'm just trying to come up to the audience so that I can, if it's okay, play the song for Jin. You can hear it because I'm playing it from my laptop.
Oh, what song is it?
I'd rather not say. It's a song about what we were talking about.
What's the name of it?
Rage Against the Machine.
What's the name of it? No. I can play it.
No, I want to play it, but I just want to get up.
Okay.
Is it my laptop that's not letting me come up?
But to answer Jendib's question about why people like that exist, there has to be a contrast somewhere for there to be some kind of life. There is no yin without yang, right? So like what Noah said, I agree with him maybe in a different way, but contrast is necessary to a certain degree. You know, if everything is good, then nothing is good, right? Because there's nothing to contrast it to, right? So you need a opposite. Not to say that norm's evil, but you
Okay, but I don't have to accept that.
You don't have to say it because everybody knows that El up nostrils is evil.
Yeah.
So you don't say.
Yesterday he was saying that there's going to be a lot of parking spots in Gaza, like it's basically a parking lot. That is such an ugly thing to say.
Yeah, that's why I sometimes say that I question why does God have people like sewer rats like this on the face
Well,
of
I
the
think that's so one
Why?
of the most interesting thing is that Adam and Eve, right? They give birth to Cain and Abel. Hold on, I'm in trouble with my dad now. Great job, guys.
Jindi, if I give you a perfect car and then you went and destroyed that car, is it my problem or your problem?
Wait, can I finish what I was gonna say? Sorry.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like we eat from a tree of knowledge of good and evil, and then Adam and Eve give birth to the victimizer and the victim. This is very interesting to the human condition. So, Jindab, I don't know the answer, but I think I have a sneaky suspicion it's for us to know things. To know, like, if we're going to leave and go to a higher consciousness, if there is such a thing, I am able to know what I want and what I don't want. And to have an appreciation and say, we do not want this. This is what we do want. This is what we do not want. Willingly, not forcefully. Like, willingly say, this is good. Because we've experienced this, we've touched this. This is not what we desire. We desire this willingly, free willingly, But I don't know for sure, Jindib. I just have that intuition that it's for knowledge, for information. And this information, it produces something that I can't understand why it produces this substance of like diamond, olive oil, all formed under pressure. It's really corny, but it's true. Noah, what were you saying? Sorry.
Yeah, I was basically asking him that God didn't create evil in itself, or like stupid scumbags like Benjamin Netanyahu or anything like that, right? So if I give you, my analogy was basically if I give you a perfect car, and then you went and destroyed that car, is it my problem or your problem?
Hey, Noah, is that just to clarification? Are you a Muslim, Noah?
Yeah, I am a Muslim.
So in Islam, do they?
Can he answer the question first, and then you can? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I am not really sure if I have a good answer for you. You gave me a perfect car, and I went and I destroyed the car.
Yeah.
Did I destroy the car because God made me evil, or which one?
Wait, did God make you evil?
Yeah, It's just God made me like an evil person, and I just wanted to destroy that car.
God would never make you an evil person, unless you choose to be an evil person.
Why do I have to choose? Why do I have to choose? Why just
you have the free will because justice.
Okay, fine. But why doesn't God just make everyone not evil?
Well, he said that. Well, he can do that, but like if he doesn't,
what do you mean he can't? You can't say anything about God that he can't.
No, he can. Listen. I said he can do that. However, he didn't do that because to establish justice, right? Good people will go to heaven. Bad people, like that scumbag, will go to hellfire. Right?
I was asking.
Hold on, Alvin. I'm sorry, bro.
I understand the concept, and I just take that as a human condition, and it's something that it's our thinking process, it's our brain process. But if I question that whole notion, then I become a suspect, in terms of your ideas about religion, about God, about human, about whatever universe that you live in.
Like, here's the tip, right? You may seem like did God create evil people? No, God didn't create evil people. People are not born evil, right? Like God didn't create the universe in an evil manner, right? God does not create evil. However, created things are evil. There's a huge difference, right? So initially everything was good.
Where did the evil sneak in?
Free will, bro. It was not God who killed Abel.
And why did God allow evil to sneak in?
Isn't that the same thing as God created evil? Like
because if God didn't allow, hold on, Benjamin. I'm sorry. No.
I did. So
it's hold on. Free will. Listen, Jindib. If God didn't choose not to create evil, Jindib, that would not mean justice. I'm sorry, free will. I'm sorry, I didn't mean evil. I said free will.
So but if evil is caused by free will, then isn't free will just the same as evil?
No, it's not.
I want to listen to that song.
You can take the car. Listen, Benjamin, you can take the car and give charity to people, to poor people, and you can take the car and hit a woman, right? With her baby. So it's not up to God. It's up to you.
Okay,
you
so
decide.
I have a question for you.
So no, wait a minute. Before you ask them, I've been trying to ask them what this.
Kill the idolaters wherever you find them and take them prisoners. Okay. Is this an example of goodwill and
no, sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Evil or good?
I can't hear that.
The phrase says kill the idolaters wherever you find them. Is that an example of the good or the evil?
Yeah, kill the idolaters.
Killing the idolaters, is that good or evil?
Yeah, if they're combatants, no problem, yeah.
It doesn't say combatants, actually.
It doesn't say combatants? It doesn't say combatants?
It's not.
So it doesn't say it's like...
Kill the idolaters wherever you find them and take them prisoners and beleaguer them and lie in wait for them at every place.
Continue? Alright, continue the verse.
If they repent and observe prayer and pay this God, then leave their way free. Surely.
Okay. Thank you so much. So it's actually talking about like two different group of people fighting with each other, And it says if they repented, then do not transgress. It's not about
idolaters. They worship a different piece of wood.
Yeah, the idolaters were combatants, and that's why if they repented.
Wait, now idolatry is a combative attitude.
Yeah, because you don't know. No, that's not a different religion. That
How
has
come
its
you're
own.
turning? So you're saying?
Hold on, Benjamin. Benjamin.
So you're just conflating.
Do you want to complain?
A different religion with violent combatants, and then you're justifying killing them. That's a really horrible, rotten, awful, bad thing to do. No, you should not do that.
All right.
And if your religion encourages you to do that, here's my advice.
Hey, Benjamin, can you make space for Alvin? Because he was actually waiting to talk before you.
I will. Sure. Alvin, go.
Yeah, I was asking.
Or you may regret this before you're done. Okay. Let's give Alvin a chance to.
Can I say one last thing? Right. So in verse 4, that he intentionally cropped from his speech, it's talking about people that had a treaty. Those people are the idolaters, the polytheists. It says, accepted are those with whom you made a treaty among the polytheists, and then they have not been deficient toward you in anything or supported anyone against you. So complete for them their treaty until their term has ended. Indeed, Allah loves the righteous who fear Him. And then it says they are given them 4 months. And then when the sacred months have passed, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them, and capture them, and besiege them, and sit in wait for them at every place of ambush. But if they should repent, establish prayer, and give zakah, let them go to their own way. Indeed, Allah is forgiving and merciful. So it's talking about people who have violated their treaty, and therefore, hold on, Benjamin, I'm talking, bro. You really need to grow some testosterone. It's not nice to have estrogen.
Kill the idolaters wherever you find them.
Okay, whatever. I just explained it to you. Go ahead, Alvin.
Well, that's not a whatever. Go ahead, Alvin.
All right, go ahead, Alvin.
Okay, so in the Quran, is the story of like the tree and Adam and Eve the same, or is it?
No, it's different.
So what's the different? Where's the difference at? Like the main difference?
Both of them got deceived at the same time. And then they repented, and God forgave them for their action.
Okay, so but the part of him making a tree in there and saying don't eat it, that's in there.
Yes, that's in there.
Okay, so I'm saying when God did that, that's when evil was created.
No.
Right? So let me explain why.
Okay.
The moment God introduced don't do that, you have created something that is a not do. And the opportunity for evil now exists. So before that, there was no opportunity for evil because there was no, hey, don't do this. But the moment he put that tree in there, now we have created a violation of some sort. And that's when at least the opportunity of evil began to exist.
Okay, so it's an opportunity to evil. It's not evil in itself. Why? Because Adam and Eve could have chosen not to eat from the apple, right? No matter how hard Satan tried to deceive them. So it will be, hold on, Elvin. It will be considered evil if they didn't have the choice to choose whether to eat or whether not to eat, and it will be evil as well if God told them not to eat. Told them not to eat. You know what I mean? Yeah, so God actually advised them. They didn't listen to God, and they followed their Satan.
So the point that I'm making is, evil existed even if they chose not to eat it or not.
Yeah, but it's not from
that's
God.
The point I'm making. I'm saying that that's when evil entered the world. Now, they could have not, partaken of that. But that right there, the concept of evil began right there.
Okay.
Even if they never ate that tree, evil exists right there. Right?
Well, Islamically, if you're gonna take that logic, it will be before that even. But anyway.
Do Muslims think the Garden of Eden's like a real place?
I think it sounds to me a little bit contradictory, Alvin, what you just said. Especially when you check in Genesis, it says the serpent said to Eve, "But if you're gonna eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you will become like the gods who are knowing good and evil." So it seems from that good and evil already existed beforehand, and the gods are knowing good and evil. So that's number one. And number two, I don't understand how eating or not eating from the tree has anything to do with evil. It just makes you like the gods to know good and evil. And if God himself, if the gods are not evil themselves, why should human become evil from eating from the very same tree?
I'm gonna tell you why it's evil. Because God said don't do it. And the moment God says, "Hey, don't do this," and then you do it, that thing that you just did is considered.
Okay, so your definition of evil is everything that is against God. Many people here on stage, when they talk about evil, that's not their definition. Their definition of evil is from the perspective of humanity's what evil is, what we all know what evil means. So that's something totally different.
So I'm speaking within the Abrahamic paradigm. I'm not speaking in general. I'm just speaking of like the Abrahamic paradigm, right? In the Abrahamic paradigm.
In the Abrahamic paradigm, that's also not the definition of good and evil, because we see that Abraham himself argued against God that he has to do justice. He has to be just and not to do evil against Sodom and Gomorrah. So you see that in the Abrahamic paradigm, the evil is not measured according to God. Evil is measured from a humanitarian perspective.
No, I'm not talking about prophets arguing with God. That happened a lot. I'm saying God telling somebody to do something or not do something, and they do it anyway. That is considered evil within the Abrahamic paradigm.
I'm not so sure about that.
And then you do the opposite. He gave you this command, and you say, "No, I'm gonna do this." That's considered.
But that evil is from.
Sometimes it's many theologians. My mic is awful?
Yeah, it's been cutting in and out the whole time you've been talking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I heard you fine.
I'm stunned that nobody has told you.
Who says they heard me fine?
I heard you. I heard every word.
Yeah, I hear fine. Bro, it might be your connection.
I don't get it, because I hear Alvin perfectly fine, and then I don't hear Rav. Maybe I don't know, maybe it's people on Android.
I'll put a curse on him temporarily. I'll take it. Go ahead.
Apple.
That's evil.
Yeah,
That's evil.
No, it's not evil because God said I could do it, so it's not
But
evil.
like, are you trying to say that Satan isn't evil?
Satan is evil, yeah.
Isn't he the snake?
I don't know if he's
because you said there was no evil until they ate of the fruit, but she definitely talked to the snake before she ate of the fruit, and I think that Satan is still evil.
I don't know if that snake is the same character in the Book of Job, right? It's just like a snake, you know. Can the snake be acting as a Satan? Yeah, but is he like the same character you see in Zechariah? You know, and Numbers. No, I don't know. I don't know about that.
The idea, though, that evil only entered the world after God went and created, a forbidden tree, gave humans some kind of capacity disobey and then act shocked when they did. It's not a mystery. That sounds like what you would do if you're setting someone up. If you have an all-knowing being plants a test, it knows when we fail. That's not free will, right? That's more like what the police do with like entrapment, right? Pretending evil didn't exist until a line was drawn. It's kind of like saying there's no cliff, right? Until somebody falls off of it. The conditions were there. So what's the knowledge,
that's
right?
what I said.
But the fallout is inevitable from that kind of stuff. So to claim otherwise is to confuse the innocence part with it's just ignorance, and it feels like like justice with like gaslighting or something. It doesn't feel like you can make that claim.
What you're saying is, I don't even disagree. What I'm saying is like if you put a bunch of innocent babies in a room, right, just in a room by themselves, nothing is really happening. But the moment you drop a gun in that room that's loaded.
But if you do
then
the gun
now
thing,
there's
right,
a scenario where.
But Alvin, this is the problem with that.
Yeah,
if you say God didn't create evil like free will did,
I'm not making that argument.
No, but this is what was happening just before that. It's like building a loaded gun, right? Going with your thing, handing it to a child, and then blaming the child when someone gets shot. So if you're claiming God as all-knowing and all-powerful, then he created the conditions and the rules and all these consequences and knew exactly how it played out. You don't get to claim authorship of the story and none of these like little plot twists after.
I don't know if you know my position on God.
No, it's not. It's not just you, Alvin. It's just the idea. I mean, this is part of what Noah was saying too. It's like the idea that good people get paradise and bad ones get some